4 something to the previous stream. This is the last time I will be starting the stream. So if this one freezes or undergoes technical difficulties or anything like that, I will not restart it. This live stream, will not be too long as well. Would love to know how's your day going. If you want to ask me a question related to the previous discussion, feel free to type it. I was talking all that. I was saying all those stuff and nobody heard me. Thank you, Drake. It's funny, man. That is hilarious. I said a lot of things. The first thing I said was this pimple's really big and I don't like it. I'm put toothpaste on it. Hopefully it goes away. I'm trying to squeeze it, but I don't know. And then I was saying, if you guys want to ask me a question related to the previous live stream, feel free to retype it and I'll be more than happy to share my opinions. I'll also continue on with the trivia. And I said if this live stream freezes, or it didn't even freeze, but if YouTube logs me out and I'm unable to rejoin this stream, I will not start a new one for today. But let me just go back to trivia and see if we got some more. Hey, how are you doing, Roberto? Glad you could be here. Drake said it's funny how the old lives are still active. No, it really is. I don't know how to end it on my end, but what YouTube tends to do, YouTube after like a while, YouTube just automatically ends it, but it really sucks because like you said, they're still happening. Like I have like 4 streams happening simultaneously. That is the most streams ever. But yeah, welcome back everyone. Shout out to all the returning supporters. Shout out to Drake, shout out to Claudia. I'm glad you guys could be here. I don't know what's up with YouTube. It's like in the past, I used to think YouTube used to glitch because people didn't like what I was saying, so they would like give false reports or whatever. But I've learned that hey, it's not because of that. It's genuinely the YouTube app that's glitching, and I'm gonna reach out to them. Honestly, I'll reach out to them and see what they say if they can help me fix this issue. Welcome back, Cats. How are you doing today? Glad you could be here. Well, I know how you're doing, but hopefully you had a great day today, everyone. So let's go back with the Sigmund, not the Sigmund Freud, but like the psychology trivia questions. As always, if you want to get my opinion on something, or etc., feel free to type in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer it. And sending jazz hands to you, Adam. Thank you again for donating a gift to the Uniquely Mia channel. I really appreciate your donation. You're helping me get one step closer to paying off my student loan debt. Really appreciate it. Drake said, I was about to say, are they not liking the topics or something, or someone reporting, and in the previous stream, towards the end, I was speaking about things that people probably wouldn't agree with. But honestly, I don't think they're reporting me because when people give me false reports, I think YouTube gives me false community guideline strikes with that. And if they give me false community guideline strikes, the stream will automatically end. That's what YouTube does. It doesn't freeze. And like I said, this has been happening on numerous streams, even streams where I speak about lively topics, right? So I really don't think that I really don't think that it's because somebody's reporting me. Then again, I don't know. I mean, if you're reporting me, guys, because you don't agree with what I say, don't do that. You can tell me in the chat, right? Have the confidence to do that at least. You don't have to report me. It's okay. Hey, how you doing, Wayne? Glad you could be here. What's your opinion on dry versus ew? That's so gross. Why did I... Ew, what? Oh my gosh. That's my opinion on it. I'm not comfortable answering that. That doesn't sound good. No, what? Ew. Hopefully you're doing good today. All right, so let me give you a trivia question, and then I'll answer some of y'all questions. So, what are we saying? What do we got? Guys, what question we got? Okay. What disorder is characterized by cycles of mania and depression? What disorder is characterized by cycles of mania and depression? How lively of a topic. Hey, welcome, Raymond. Glad you could be here. How's your day going today? Glad you could be here. Hey, Nathan, if you want to know my age, go to my YouTube homepage. Click playlist and watch my Washington, D.C. birthday adventure or my birthday playlist. Hey, Sam, how are you doing today? Great notification. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's a great notification. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. There's a grade notification and my stuff is frozen. Should I check my grade, guys, or no? Should I check my grade or no? Should I check it on stream? Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I got 100 on it. We're good. All right, never mind. I don't know why I panicked. Okay. Let's see what feedback he gave. Did he give me any feedback? Thank you, God. Really appreciate that. Let's see what we got. Let's see what feedback the professor gave me. We got 2 A's so far in my classes. Okay. Why would you want to check something nothing want to work? I can't even, I want to read the feedback. And they want me to, okay. So this professor don't even believe in feedback, honestly. Okay. This paper summarizes the project in a way that is detailed and comprehensive. Offering a sample survey should help make the transition to a new contract model. Great work on the paper and the overall project. Okay, slay. Okay. Yeah, we're good with that. Okay. What else we got? I forgot what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. I do apologize. The question. What disorder is characterized by cycles of mania and depression? Mania? It's not.
Mania.
Mania, and depression. We got schizophrenia. We got manic depression in the chat. We got pain. Marvel, DC. DC, I really love Catwoman. Catwoman, Supergirl, they're really cool. Wonder Woman's really cool, right? But Marvel releases more movies, but DC's really good. Ooh, okay. Somebody got it. Okay. What? I'll ask the question one more time, then I'll give you the answer. I lost the question. Okay, found it. What disorder is characterized by cycles of mania and depression? Lock in your answers in 5, 4. Oh, you want a poll? Okay, we'll do a poll. I mean, somebody got it, but let's do a poll. Okay. Okay. What other answers were in the chat? I forgot what answers you guys put in the chat. Oh, schizophrenia was one. How do you spell schizophrenia? I don't know how to spell it, guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No? Why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Okay, thank you. I was about to say, YouTube, what in the world, man? But we're back. So the question, what disorder is characterized by cycles of mania and depression? And thank you, Sam. I think I'm a nice person. So yeah, I'm uniquely Mia, also known as Mia, and you are welcome for your positivity and uniqueness, right? So make sure to like the video, subscribe. Right now we're having trivia, so I'm asking you some questions. If there's a specific topic that you would like me to ask you questions on, feel free to type it in the chat. Okay, you said I'm smart. Thank you so much. Okay, right, okay. All right. Okay, you're good. Okay, so solidify your answers. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. And the correct answer, 50% of y'all said bipolar disorder. 50% of y'all said schizophrenia. So we were an even split. And the correct answer is bipolar disorder. So we learned something new right there. Awesome. I mean, it's not awesome for the individual who's experiencing that. If you are experiencing bipolar disorder or any other mental health condition, make sure to receive treatment. Mental health is not a stigma. If you need treatment immediately, call the number 988. Reach out to a therapist, right? Do not feel shame for receiving your treatment, all right? So moving on to some other, do you guys want to stay in psychology or you want to move on? This one could be a cool question. Ooh, another researcher. This one could be another one. Ooh, wait, no, let's do this one. I'm reading through the questions. I'm like, this is good. Wow, I didn't know the answer to that. Never mind, let's do the first one. We're gonna need a poll. We're gonna need a poll because we're identifying a researcher for this one. Yeah, we're identifying a researcher. So let me make a poll for y'all. Okay. We got. I know somebody, who was it? Anthony, I'm not sure if you're on this stream. I know you requested that I look into a researcher. What was the researcher's name? I forgot. I do apologize. If you're still here and you still want me to look into that researcher, type it in the chat. You got your grade 2 minutes ago. Yeah, so no, the group chat is texting. No, they were like, this morning I woke up and people in the chat were like, has the professor graded the assignment yet? And I was like, no. And they were like, no too. So now they got their grade and they're telling me. Updating y'all what's happening in the Uniquely Mia's group chat. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then we got. Okay. And then this researcher, the question for this that I'm gonna ask y'all, who is known for the stages of cognitive development in children? Who is known for the stages of cognitive development in children? Do you think it's Jean Piaget? That's a French name. I know I'm butchering the pronunciation of it. Do you think it's B.F. Skinner or do you think it's Sigmund Freud or Freud? Okay. What do we think? Who is known for the stages of cognitive development in children? Okay. Somebody asks, hey, how are you doing? 1721. Are you a Minecraft villager because of a villager or Minecraft villager, Minecraft villager. Are you a Minecraft villager? That sounds like a good beat. I'm not gonna read it again, but no, I'm not a Minecraft villager. I spelled it wrong. Sorry about that. What are we saying? Hey, oh, come on, really? That's funny. Oh my god, you guys are really trying to get those numbers, like the 6 and the 7. You're really trying to get people to say it anyway, right? Jake said, I definitely know this one because I plan on working with children. Okay, nice. Okay, you put Piglet. Oh, that's funny. Hey Kelly, how are you doing today? Somebody said 6-7 on the Merry Christmas. 6-7 on the Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh, bro. Piglet is funny. It really is. So if you guys want to answer, put in your final votes or your final answers. The question is, who is known for the stages of cognitive development in children? Who do you think? Okay, no need to spam the chat. Don't spam the chat with 6-7, all right? You can type it as long as it's in a poem. At least you're going to be like exercising those muscles of the English skills with that one. But just don't type the numbers. But you can use it as long as you use it in an intellectual way, all right? Drake said, these kids are funny. I still don't guess. No, I really don't. I feel like it's, who said it? G and J, they said it's brain rot, Drake. So anytime they say it, I guess their brain is supposed to be rotten. And I don't understand why brain rot is being pushed as a good thing in society, right? But it's brain rot. It's brain rot. So they're rotting their own brain. I feel sad for them when they get to college. But that's not be my problem. Because I will be on a beach when they're in college with my mom. Yes, we will. So yeah. They're gonna be really upset at us. But I did it. You gotta do it, dude. So yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you doing? Glad you could be here. Yes. No, I'm not back home yet. I'm not back home yet. I am still on campus. We're moving out this week. So stay tuned. I don't know if I'll stream the move out for y'all, but yeah. So we'll end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, and 1. Okay, let's end that. Shout out to 56% of y'all. You have gotten it correct. You got it right. 1 second. Let me respond to these people. That's something about Apple devices, which I like, is it connects it. So, like, my number's connected to my laptop and my iPad. So, like, when my mom calls me or somebody texts me, all 3 devices, they all ring. It's really annoying, especially with FaceTime calls. Because what are you telling me? My computer is ringing for a FaceTime call. That's really very funny. Yeah. What are you saying? Drake said Mia's gonna be summer vacation. Yep. Like Queen Mother, Uniquely Mom. They're gonna, well, I say that now, but then I gotta think about how many years is my school in it. But no, low-key, when they're in college or grad school at least, I'll be at a point in my life where, like, I'll be living it up. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be vacationing, and y'all gonna be coming by default because we're gonna live stream those vacations. But my mom and I, and we'll definitely be on a beach somewhere. Probably we'll probably be in Africa by that point, new country, traveling. They'll FaceTime us, and we'll be like, "Hey, look at the beach, guys! Look at the zebras! You guys want something from Gucci? Okay, make sure you get A's in your classes this semester, and I'll get you something, right?" So it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be really good, guys. It's gonna be so great. I gotta stop dreaming ahead, but it's gonna be really great. It's gonna be great. Jake said, I hate that even my old iPhone be ringing. I don't need every device ring. No, one time, yeah. Like, and the thing about it, Jake, I didn't know that was a thing. I really didn't. I just remember when I first connected, like, my number to my laptop and my iPad. I got three Apple. I got an iPad, I got a laptop, I got my phone, right? I connected all 3 devices. And the first time my mom FaceTimed me, I'm like, why is the ringer so loud? Like, why is this? And then I realized all 3 devices are ringing. Guys, sometimes my computer will be closed. My computer will literally be closed. And my mom will FaceTime me. Why is my computer ringing? My computer is closed. What do you mean my laptop's ringing and it's closed? That's really weird to me. That's a new feature for sure. But let's do another question. You guys still want to be in psychology, or you guys want a new trivia question, new trivia topic? But let's see what else we got. We answer that. Okay. This one could be okay. Let's see, 6. Well, no, we already got that answer. We'll read something like that. Excuse me. I could do one right off the top of my head. What are morning people? Okay, what is the psychological term that describes a morning individual? Yeah. Let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, what's the correct psychological term that describes a morning individual? No. I learned this in that class that I really hated. I'm gonna do a poll for this one. Early bird is good, but that's not the psychological term for it based on what my professor taught me in undergrad, if I remember correctly. All right. Okay. I can only give you 2 because I already told you early bird is incorrect, so I should have done that. But vote. Vote on the poll, guys. Is it an owl or a lark? What is the correct psychological term? Don't Google it, just guess. What is the correct psychological term that describes an early bird? The correct psychological term that describes an early bird. Do you think it's an owl or a lark? Let's do 5. Solidify your votes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. What do we got? Okay. Kat said they don't know first. I don't even know what that is. What? I don't want to try and pronounce. I feel like I will say that wrong. I have to look into that one, Drake. Kat said a lark. Okay. Ray said an owl. Okay. Drake said a lark. 565 said owls be out at midnight. Okay. I like that analogy to get the answer right. The correct answer is a lark, but 67% of y'all said the answer was an owl. It's a lark. That is the correct psychological term. Larks are early birds. I guess, Drake, you were a little correct, but that's not the correct psychological term. It's a lark, the correct psychological term based on my professor, right? But you said early bird. But yeah, when I learned, I was like, okay, that's surprising. And you know what? I saw a video on TikTok. I'm on TikTok a lot sometimes. I saw a video on TikTok. I don't know how true it is. But you know how there's morning people and you know how there's night people? Like, you know how there's larks and you know how there's owls? One person said, because for me personally in particular, when I'm around people sometimes, and like if I'm on vacation or like, yeah, mostly if I'm on vacation and people want to sleep in late, that is a big pet peeve of mine. I hate that so much, right? But one researcher, she said we shouldn't bash people who like to stay up late. We shouldn't bash people who like to sleep in, because she related it back to the hunter and gatherer lifestyle. Because she said like our early ancestors, when they were hunters and gatherers, she said like they had to do shifts, right? They had to do shifts. So some people always had to stay up in the nighttime and they became, owls. And some people, they always had to stay up in the daytime because that was their watch hour. So they became larks. So she said the reason why in 2025 or in modern society, there's people who just find it easier to like be productive and stay up late. And there are some people who just find it easier to like wake up early and be productive early, is because that's an evolution technique that emerged, like a thing to survive, like a survival mechanism because of evolution. What do y'all think about that? That was really interesting when I heard it, and it honestly makes sense because I can definitely see how like those early hunter and gatherer people, how they had to stay up to like make sure nobody stole their food, make sure no animals like who wanted to like take them out was like present. But that makes sense. That was a good like interesting theory. It was an interesting theory. You said you're neither. So what are you? When do you sleep? Do you not sleep, or what? Do you not sleep, or what happened? No one cares. Okay, I care. So as long as I care, I'm good. But thank you for letting me know. But I have other supporters who I'm fairly confident they care as well. Love Positive said, Mia, you would be a good teacher, but young people, oops, snaps. Ooh. Thank you. Yeah, the only way I'll be a teacher is if I'm teaching college students. I refuse to teach, I can't do K through 12. You're underpaid at 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 K through 12. Right? And so if I ever become a teacher, it's going to be a college professor, because one, if you work at a good institution, you're going to get paid what you're worth, right? And two, at that point in time, the students, they're choosing to be there. So if they fail the class, it's not on you as a professor. Whereas in K through 12, if your kid fails the class, you can get fired for that because you should have taught them. So, but thank you. So I can't handle little kids. Yeah, the only little kids that I've ever babysat was J and G, because they are my family members, and I volunteered to do that. When it comes to other people's children, no, I'm not gonna discipline your kid. I'm not gonna do that for you, really not. I'll do it for my family, not for you. So yeah. What are we saying? Drake said, I'm definitely a night owl, even though I have to get up early. How does that work, though? You said it's just a sacrifice I'm making right now because of school. So right now you go to sleep early? Like, but if you stay up late, are you sleep deprived? Like, did you change your own schedule, if that makes sense? Does that make sense what I'm asking you? I don't know. Because that's very interesting, yeah, because I know there's some people, like, your night hours, but you still got to wake up early because you got to go in at a certain time. But, like, at that point in time, do you condition yourself to become an early bird or a lark? Or, like, do you just always feel tired throughout the day because your natural internal mechanism is to be asleep at this time, right? No need to spam. I'll get to you. 1 second. Okay. I am a social media teacher is like the way I like to describe myself now because of my supporters. Shout out to you guys on YouTube because you guys engage with the content, right? And you listen to what I have to say sometimes, even if you disagree, right? I'm able to post education videos like that for y'all or just share some of my knowledge. So the way I like to describe myself, I'm a social media teacher. It's not on my resume, right? But it is a form of teaching skills that I'm definitely gaining for sure. So yeah. I did lecture a class of undergraduate students one time. It was pretty fun. I got to tell them about like what I knew, which I guess that's why I liked it so much. And they were asking me questions, so they were interested. So that was really fun to do. Drake said, Mia's always thinking about the big bucks. She needs at least 100K a year. No, honestly. At least for a starting salary, I'll settle for like a little lower than that. But no, at least because I'm getting these degrees. These degrees ain't cheap, Drake. It's not cheap in monetary, right? I'm paying money for it. It's not cheap in time. It's not cheap in delayed gratification. It's really not, right? So that's at least, and I'm not done with my schooling because I will be getting more degrees in the future. But at least with my master's degrees, at least that should be the minimum I'm making with that, I feel like. And I don't think that's being ridiculous. I got 2. So I don't think I'm being ridiculous at all, right? So at least, honestly, 100K a year will be good for me. But for starting out, I'll settle for less. But it's going to work our way up quick. We're going to work our way up quick. What are we saying? And you got to think about taxes, too. You make 100K a year. That's not saying, like, when you ask somebody what their salary is 9 times out of 10, they're like, hey, I make 100K a year. Okay, what state you live in, they're taking out, what, $12,000 for taxes? So you really only make, like, 80K a year. You don't really make 100K a year, right? Like, you really don't. So I saw somebody on TikTok. I don't know how true they were doing, how true they were speaking, but they were probably being honest. They lived in New York. They live on it was a family. They lived on the Upper West Side of New York. And the woman was like, budget my husband's $83,000 a month salary. He works in finance. Where's your job? Like, I'll go in finance. I will suffer. I will do finance. $83,000 a month. I don't know how honest they were being, but the way that woman posts videos, I think she's being honest. Their rent alone or their mortgage for their apartment was $12,000. Her shopping expense for that month was $7,000. $83,000 a month in finance. I'll go do finance right now. Give me that job. I do not care. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. All the degrees that I get, my career will never give me $83,000 a month. And all the degrees that my mom wants me to get, all the degrees that I want to get, on this current path, I will never be on the pathway for $83,000 a month if I don't start my own business. So if you're telling me your job in finance could give you that, shout out to you. But I know what their religion is. I know what they look like. So they do have connections. And a little bit of nepotism does play in that. But there are people who work for it and they have that coming true for them. If you're one of those individuals on the stream, can I get an internship? I'm a hard worker. I got undergraduate psychology, professional writing. I will have master's degrees in public administration, criminal justice. I mean, I'm open to interning at your company. I know I won't be making the $83,000 a month every month, but like, I'll work at your company, work my way up. Send me an email, drop your company name, job application. I'll definitely apply. All right. If you ever see my application come on your desk, give me the job. Give me the job, please. All right. Nobody will have to know. All right. Jake said, no, I go to bed early now. I need at least 7 hours, so you're an early bird. Okay. So you conditioned. All right, your mom's a teacher. Awesome. If your mom's a teacher in America, tell her to stay safe, right? But that's a really cool job. What type of teacher is your mom? Welcome from Russia. What's it like in Russia? Drake said, now you're gonna be making that one day. I got fate in you. Thank you so much for your fate, Drake. I really appreciate it. Drake said, Lord, that's a lot of money. No, it really is. Some people, no, it really is. And some people don't make that in a year. Like, Claudia, I don't know what job they have, but what I'm telling you, I saw the video today on TikTok, and she just said her husband works in finance, and she doesn't work at all, right? But, you know, sometimes people exaggerate, but, like, I don't think she exaggerates, because anytime she posts, I mean, obviously she makes money from TikTok, and those content creators on TikTok, sometimes they make a lot, but, like, if you look at their house on social media that they show, if you look at her closet, it's literally designer, everything. So that's crazy. Like $83,000 a month. That's insane to me. That is a lot of money. And I don't know what job. He probably is a director or a hedge fund or just like the top of something. That's what you got to be at to make that much. And it was in New York, so once again, New York is a high income state. So once again, it could be true. It could definitely be true for sure. Drake said, I'm cool with, no, like, I'm cool with 10K a month. Give me $10,000 a month. I'll be happy with that. Like, honestly. Okay, realistically, how much money does Uniquely Mia want to make a month? All right, obviously, I want to make as much money as possible a month, but realistically, how much does Uniquely Mia want to make a month after taxes for me to say I've made it? Let me think. Realistically, I make $600 a month now, but realistically, $5,000 to $10,000 a month. That could be a little bit, I don't know. But after taxes, maybe let's go to 8. Let's say 8 to 10K a month for Uniquely Mia, and I'll be happy. I save my money. I invest my money. Literally, if you want to go on vacation, 1 month, half of 1 month's salary could probably pay for that vacation. So 8 to 10K a month for Uniquely Mia, and I'll be like, okay, guys, I'm happy with that. I've made it. Like the way I talk sometimes, it sounds like I want to be a millionaire. If I could be a millionaire, that would be great. But at the same time, I'm realistic, right? So my goal is always to be financially stable and above, right? Because when you're financially stable, you're not worrying about like your bills, how you're gonna pay for food, how you're gonna get a house, right? But if you're I'm saying it weird, but if you're financially stable and above, you'll have excess money to do whatever you want to do with it, right? So when I'm making like 5 to 10K a month after taxes, I'm gonna be happy with that. How much my mom get out of that salary a month? She get like $1,000 a month from that salary, right? The other like $2,000 is invested every month, right? The other $2,000, that's my money to spend how I want it. If my mom wants to rent for me, if my mom wants to use that money to buy a house or something, I could save up for that, right? I'll be good with 5 to 10K a month, honestly. So yeah, $83,000, that would be a dream, but like I said, the only way I'll ever achieve that in my life is if I start my own business or do an extreme career pivot, I feel like. But yeah, 19K to 10K a month is good, yep. And that's after taxes. Drake said, I'd be more happy with 7K a month. And yeah, 7K a month is good. That's a lot. What are you saying? Hey, Derek, glad you could be here. Somebody said the best way to obtain that kind of money. Stocks, your own business, real estate. Yeah, I hear that a lot. Like I've been, my mom, she has been invested in stock and she's taught me a little bit. She's kind of cool. She's kind of stopped teaching me. Maybe when I go home, she'll once again allow me, teach me about stocks. So my mom has been doing that. And based on my memory, what I've learned when it relates to stocks, you can make money on stocks. You really can. The problem is you need to invest a lot to make a lot. Generally, like you can work your way up by investing small amounts, right? Not financial advice, just what my mom taught me. But based on my understanding, my mom was like, if she has 100K right now, $100,000 to invest, if she finds a good stock and if she were to drop that 100K in, literally like in 5 minutes, if it's a good stock and it goes up, she could have doubled or tripled that money, right? So to make money quick, you need a lot of big money quick, right? And like that's not feasible. You want to invest 100K of your income and potentially lose it, because the same way it can go up, it can also go down, right? So I do agree that like, yeah, stocks is good, but stocks is also risky. Having your own business, like I said, is good as well, but at the same time, what business will you have? Like, and you guys are saying, okay, Mia, there's a lot you can do, but like, yeah, but at the same time, I've never started a business. I don't know what the gifs are about it. But like, that's more a question to ask my mom, but I feel like it's not always as easy as it may seem, right? And then real estate is good too. Like you get the rental income, right? Property has value within itself too. But when it comes to real estate too, you need money to buy real estate. Like, yes, you can say, yeah, you can take loans, but like what? I want to buy real estate to what? Sell it back to make money. How much loan debt am I going in to get this, right? So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's feasible ways to do it. That's why I guess that's why the saying exists. The rich just become wealthier, right? So before I even look into the idea of like looking at stocks to make me a lot of money or looking at real estate to make me my own money or to make me more money, first you need to get a certain amount of wealth, because the rich just get wealthier because they already have the money to do that. It's easier for them to do that. Am I saying it's impossible? No, it's not impossible, because with God, with my hard work, and with you guys as the supporters, one day we'll be there for sure, right? But it's just not as easy for me compared to other individuals, right? Do you want to know who you look like? Yeah, for sure. You can share it. Yeah. Drake said, exactly. Hopefully I triple my income with the investments and then I'm super good. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Yes. Positive mindset manifestation for sure. Exactly, Claudia. It is a risk with stocks for sure. Hey, Adventure Canada. Welcome back. Drake said, once you learn the algorithm, it's easy. You just need that disposable income and invest and be prepared to take a loss. That is true. But you know what my mom has been doing? And she hasn't been telling me she's doing this. That's probably why she stopped telling me what stock she's invested in. But she, like, literally, like, I remember when she first started, she was like, oh, we're going to work together with this investing thing she's going to teach me. And then literally, like, 2 weeks after, she stopped texting me the stocks. I'm like, okay, right now I'm focusing on my schoolwork. I have exams. I'm not going to text her about it. But then I was home, like, over Thanksgiving break. And automatically, I just hear people in my family and my mom talking to people. And she's like, oh, yeah, I invested in this and I lost. I'm like, well, how did you lose? She's like, I went against our game plan. I invested in like 2 a day. So I say that to say, it's like, it's very hard to be accountable, right? And stick to a plan, right? So my mom sometimes she deviates off that plan. So it's like you said, Drake, you need to find the algorithm. You need the disposable income. I do agree with you with that. You need the disposable income, but you also need to stick to that plan. And my mom is not sticking to that plan. But when I go home, I'll probably make sure to tell her, like, hey, okay, there should be no excuses why you shouldn't be telling me what stock you're getting now, and there should be no excuses why you're invested in 2 a day, right? And like, yeah, but like the algorithm is one thing we do have to learn about, because that is really hard to, like, it's not hard, but like it's kind of hard to figure out the algorithm on how that works. Drake said, don't invest anything you can't afford to lose. That's key. That is true. That is 100% true. That's what my mom does too. Like, anything that she invests is like something you can't afford to lose. You're not investing what you can afford to lose, because, and if you watch, like, if you hear, like, once again, if you just hear people saying how much they've made and how much you can make off of it, you would be tempted to invest things that you could lose. But then if you lose, you just lost your whole income. What in the world are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's really bad. But my mom has invested for me. So when I go home, I could ask her how much I have, because if you do know, I've embarked on a saving challenge where I'm saving $10 every single day until the end of 2025. So over the summer, before I even started the saving challenge, I think I gave my mom like $2,000 of my money that I had. Yeah, I had $2,000. I wrote it down somewhere. But I think I had $2,000. Or $1,000. It was $1,000 to $2,000. My mom knows the amount. My mom's not going to steal money from me, so I really don't care how much I gave her. But I know I gave her more than $1,000 to invest for me, and that money is to, like, doing something really cool next year. So my mom said she could grow the money for me. So it would be really cool for me to tell you guys how much she has grown it. So when I go home in December, I'm going to ask my mom how much I have, and I'll tell you guys how much she's grown the money. And mind you, I gave my mom that money like in July or June, so it's been a few months. And then next year, before we go on the trip, I'll also tell you guys how much my mom has grown the money. I'm not going to take that money out of the stock because I already met my saving goal, but it would just be nice to know how much my mom has invested, how much she has grown the money for me, and let you guys know that, and to show you guys, hey, you can invest as little as $1,000 to $2,000, right? I say it's a little bit, it's not a little bit, but you can invest $1,000 to $2,000, right? And after a few months, if you get a good one, but my mom didn't invest in a stock. She invested in a hedge fund, I think. But if you invest in something like that, it'll show you the trajectory of how much the money can grow. So stay tuned for that. And for the money that I'm saving for this challenge, I'm not gonna invest. I'm just gonna keep it in cash. I'll just keep it in cash. My mom would be like, "That's really bad. That's really bad. You're losing value on the money." And though I agree, sometimes when I invest in stocks, sometimes when I invest in stocks, one second. Sometimes when I invest money in stocks, my mom, I don't like taking it out of the stock because she's like, you're losing the value on the money. And if I put the money in my bank account that I've saved up, I know I'm going to spend it. And I don't want to spend it until I go to that particular place. So luckily, Uniquely Me has been saving money for years. So we're good on my saving challenge. But my mom just texted me, so I guess she's watching the stream. So I told you guys, like, in July or June, I gave my mom like $2,000 for me to, I think it was 1,000 or 2,000. Let's just say it was between 1,000 and 2,000. And my mom texted me saying that I have, as of today, the money is worth $2,450. So we made $450 on it. I mean, would I thought it would have been more? Because I'm fairly confident I gave her $2,000, right? So far, I think I made $450 profit. I would have thought it would have been more. It would have been more after a few months, right? But at the same time, $450 of free money, essentially. Even though it's not free money, that's how I think about it. It's not bad at all, right? Jake said, Mia's about to get rich. Jake said, yeah, that's not a little bit. 10K, 1K can turn into 10K, 10K turns into 50, 50 turns to 250. And that is true. And that happens for people who invested in Apple. Like, anytime I'm home, sometimes I just look at my mom and I'm like, why didn't you invest in Amazon or like Facebook? Because like she would have known about that because that's what she worked in. So I'm like, you would have known about those companies. Sometimes I just look at her, I'm like, why didn't you invest in them? And then sometimes she's like, I invested, but I didn't put a lot of money. Or other times she's like, I didn't think it would blow up the way it did. But for the people who invested, like you said, Drake, for the people who invested like 1K or 10K, they made like, I don't want to say they're millionaires today because they're not, but like they made a lot. Like, they made a lot. So yeah. But that was the little discussion on stocks and how the value of money can grow and how wealth can be accumulated a little bit, right? Hey, Ray, glad you could be here. How are you doing? Glad you could be here. How's everything going for you? So I think what I'll do now, just go through the chat and respond to some of these comments / questions. We can bring trivia back. Trivia was really fun. So what I'll do, when am I? Friday? Do you guys want to keep trivia for a Monday thing? We can keep trivia for a Monday thing, I feel like. So Monday live streams now, it's going to include trivia. So I'll write that down in my, I think, a notebook. I'll write that down in my iPad. So the next trivia we'll have is on Monday. On Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have the manicure stream. And on Thursday, we'll have my graduation, guys. So stay tuned for that. My graduation will be live streamed for y'all. Queen Mother will live stream it. So make sure you like the video, subscribe. As the graduation date as Thursday gets closer, I'll release a specific day on like the specific time. My mom will live stream on Thursday for y'all. So you guys can tune into my graduation if you want. So yeah, but let me go back into this chat. But I'm gonna write it down that Monday is trivia. And then, so we have Monday trivia, Sundays are movie reviews. I like this schedule. Fridays are manicures, and Saturdays, spontaneous. Obviously, like when I start going back to the gym again, Saturdays and Sundays, it will be gym again. But for now, since we're not going to the gym, no more gym membership, we're just going to stick to that schedule. All right, but let me read some of these comments. But hey, Ray, how are you doing? Hey, 70, 231, how are you doing today? Hey, how are you doing? 208. Drake said, man, I wish I would have gotten into Netflix, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Bitcoin. No. My mom did say one time she invested in NVIDIA. And NVIDIA's worth like 200, I think, or more than 100 now. My mom said she got NVIDIA when it was new, but she sold it too quick. And that can happen. Like, that can happen because, like, sometimes you'll invest a lot of money in a stock, right? And you just see the value going down and down and down, and you get scared, so you pull out, right? But then, after a few years, the stock is gonna go up, and that's something like the stock is always going up, right? So like, hopefully another stock market crash doesn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, I would tell my mom, if she doesn't want to invest her money, take some of my money, maybe half of it, and invest it in those stocks because it's going to go back up. Particularly in America, stock market crash is not going to stay down. This is the United States of America. It's going to go back up. So do I see another stock market crash happening? I don't know. I don't study that. I can't see the indicators. But if another one were to happen, best believe I'm telling my mom to get as many as you can because it's about to go right back up. So yeah, that's when you should have gotten all those stuff. When was that, 2008? So that's when people probably got in and made a lot. Like you said, Drake, you were a kid then. I was a kid then. I had no idea what that was. So, but it was like the people who worked there who knew what it was. And I saw a movie about that. I saw a movie about a guy. I think the guy was from Australia or England, and he worked at a hedge fund, and he saw when the stock market crashed, and like he went and he invested a lot in a whole bunch of stocks, and nobody around him wanted him to do it. And then after, when the stock market recovered, he was a millionaire because he invested a whole bunch of money into the stocks when it crashed. Because it's always going to go back up, guys. I don't know how people didn't see that. I'm sure that people were panicking during 2008. I don't know how they didn't see that was going to go back up. I really don't know. I don't know. And if they did, why didn't they invest in it? I don't know. What are we saying? Please own me. I was sold for $2. What in the world? Why are you telling me? Call 911 in your country. I can't do anything. I can't do anything on social media. What? I don't want to own you, but like if you are in a situation where you are in danger, get off of my stream and go call 911 in your country. Stay safe out there, dude. Stay safe. Drake said, but it's other companies being created. Yeah, exactly. Other companies being created right now that will get just as big. We have to find them and not miss out. That is true, Drake. That is true. Yeah, it's like TikTok, but I don't think TikTok has a stock anyway. Yeah, they don't have stocks, but like if TikTok had a stock, that would have been one to get for sure. But you are right. There are like numerous companies being created, right? One thing my mom said is like companies that have that's going to get FDA approval are always good, at least for short term. But you are right. There are like new tech companies and etc. being made, but unfortunately, sometimes you don't know until it already blows up, right? Drake said, but that's the best time to get in when you see it go low. Buy. Yup. Buy low, sell high. Yup. And trading places, I mean, is not a good example of like how to invest, but like it's a funny movie, and it does revolve around the stock market, and it shows you what happens when like you invest all your money and you lose, particularly with the Warner Brothers, right? Or the Warmer. I know their name starts with a W. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. But watch Trading Places if you haven't. It's a really good show. Do love it. It's a great show. I mean movie. Kat said maybe watch Shark Tank and look out for those companies. Oh, yeah. They got the deal. That's a great idea, Kat. That is a really good idea for sure. That is a good idea for sure. That's a good idea. I'll definitely do that. I haven't seen Shark Tank in a while. But just a big disclaimer too, something that I did want to tell y'all, very exciting news. I do know that, oh snap, I didn't know my computer shut down. But some of you guys as supporters have been showing interest in merch from Uniquely Mia. I do know some of y'all have asked for hoodies and things like that. Hoodies will be coming, but my mom and I were still working on that. But before we get to the hoodies, my mom and I will be making a more affordable type merch for y'all, right? As you know, I wrote a book, right? The Adventure of the Uniquely Mia from the USA to Caribbean West Indies. I know not a lot of people probably bought the book and read it. Totally understandable. Something that you may not know about Uniquely Mia because I don't show it often, right? I do like art, right? I like art. I enjoy coloring, doing paintings, etc. So an idea that came from Queen Mother, which I think is a pretty good idea, we'll be making a coloring book, right? So if you guys want it, I can give you a sneak peek. It's going to be, we're still working on it. We're still working on it, but this is what it is. It's a coloring book and you can color it, right? That's one. That's like when we went to Kite Your Waterfalls. And then this is another one. It's really funny. That's another one. So we're working on a coloring book, and that's going to be available on Amazon for y'all. Obviously, it's going to be we're going to be selling it very affordable, guys. It's not going to be a ridiculous price for a coloring book. It's going to have a lot of pages to color. It's going to have a lot to color. So I'm still getting like I'm still transitioning some of like the pictures into like the coloring book. I have to fix like the borders. As you saw, the borders were a little rough for some of the things. So stay tuned for that. I will be dropping like, obviously, I'll buy a sample first, and I'll show you guys what the sample looks like. And if you guys like coloring or anything like that, I feel like coloring is definitely relaxing. I know that coloring is not part of Uniquely Mia's channel, but I do enjoy coloring. I just don't show it often. I will definitely be posting that book on Amazon for y'all to get. It's going to be affordable, right? Less than $20, most likely, the book. It's not going to be crazy ridiculous. And if you guys want to color Uniquely Mia and make my skin color a different color, like pink, purple, my hair a different color, something relaxing, that book will be available for y'all next year. So yeah, I shut down my computer. I could show you guys more on my iPad, but that book is going to be available next year for y'all. I don't know what month, because I don't want to say I work slow, but since I told you guys, I guess that's going to prompt me to work much faster on it. So yeah, that's something to look forward to with the first installment of Uniquely Mia's merch, right? I do know you guys requested hoodies first, but hoodies are they're ridiculously expensive, and I do want to find an affordable place where you guys can get good quality hoodies, but at an affordable price as well, right? So let me read up these comments. Let's see what you guys are saying. But yeah, I'll definitely check out Shark Tank for sure. Hey, user. Hey, William. Glad you could be here. I do remember you. I did have a supporter that left those similar comments to you. How are you doing? It's been a while since you've been here. I'm trying to pull up the project so I can show you guys a little more sneak peeks into the coloring book. Like some more things you could color. All right. Okay. Drake said, yeah, we need some stuff that we would wear to be unique. Kat said, okay, cool. Drake said, that's fire. It's super dope. Okay, nice. Glad you guys like it. Okay, you totally get it. Okay, nice. Glad it's something you would get, because we want to make something that you would obviously get, right? And that you would like. And this is another one. It's like, that's at the beach. And then I like this one. Like with the hair, Philadelphia hairstyle. I like that one. That one's cool. And then the glasses. These were my purple glasses that I was wearing here. And like, obviously, you can make my hair a different color. You can make my glasses a different color. You can make the outfit a different color, right? And then this is what I mean. I have to fix the borders. I don't like the borders, so that's what's going to take the most time. I have to make this a little more seamless. This is when I was on the MTA bus. You remember when I interviewed Stu? This is like something that you could color from that, right? So those are some sneak peeks towards it, and kind of connects to my videos a little bit, because y'all saw the videos, and now you'll be able to add your own creative touch to it. But let's read it. Okay, you totally get it. Nice. Welcome back, Evan. Hey, how are you doing? Glad you could be here. Well, glad you could be here, Abba. Glad you could be. How's your day going? You are mine, beautiful girl. I belong to no one. I mean, the only person who could ever claim ownership over Uniquely Mia is God and my mom, because she's on my birth certificate. It's my parents, because they're on my birth certificate. Literally. Guys, have you looked at your birth certificate? When I look at my birth certificate, it is so weird. They give me like an identification number, and they literally say who you belong to, your parents, is listed on your birth certificate. Literally. It's psyched me out the first time I saw. I'm like, so you own me. That's what I looked at my mom and said. I was like, you guys own me? What? That's crazy. Evan said, Mia said she would be streaming until old age, so she technically can't. That's funny, Evan. Imagine, I don't know. I feel like YouTube would cut off the stream after a certain amount of time, but those are some cool fonts, I will say. The iconic Stu video. Yeah, that was a cool video that we did with Stu. Evan said, I found a way to use different fonts in the stream. Okay, nice. That one's more so of like, what is it? Keyboards, which is cool, the keyboard aspect of it. But shout out to all the people who've been on the stream today. I really appreciate you guys for being here and for spending time with Uniquely Mia. As always, it is a pleasure streaming for you guys. Remember, I'm Uniquely Mia, also known as Mia. I show you what my life is like. I got fashion videos, education videos, live stream, technology videos, days of my life as a graduate student, and so much more. Hey, Lamb, glad you could be here. Have a great day as well. And you're welcome for your positivity and uniqueness. So shout out to all the supporters. Shout out to Cats and Pokemon. Shout out to Evan. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Lamb. Shout out to Claudia. Shout out to Ab, right? Shout out to Love Positive. Shout out to User. Shout out to Marlene. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to 2G. Shout out to Adventure Canada. Shout out to Dixie. Who else was on the stream? Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to the individuals who have purchased super chats for today's stream, right? Shout out to everybody for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I know I didn't shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everybody, guys. It's always a pleasure when I can stream for you guys. It really means a lot that you decided to spend your time with Uniquely Mia. You're never getting this time back, so I really do hope you enjoyed it. I will do another stream before Friday, obviously on Thursday. You'll get a stream on Thursday because that is when we walk across the stage, and I'm just hoping they better say boat degrees. They really better say boat degrees, because when I graduated undergrad, they did not say my minor, and I was super upset. So they better say boat master's degrees when I walk the stage. We'll all figure out if they're actually going to say that on Thursday. So you'll get another live stream on Thursday. I don't know if I'll stream my moving out. Moving out is very hectic, so I want to say I'm not going to stream the move out process for you guys. But then again, I don't know. I'll probably change my mind in the morning and do a stream for y'all in the morning. We shall see, right? But let me respond to some of these final comments. I will say that the keyboard is really hard to read, though, Evan. It is cool, but it's hard to read. Oh, it says end of the stream. Okay. Okay, this end of the stream. Thanks for the live stream. My pleasure, Catch Some Pokemon. Thank you for being here. What are you saying? Joja Siwa. Boom. What in the world? Okay. Okay. Happy graduation. Thank you, cats. And if you want more of Uniquely Mia after the live stream, all you have to do is go watch one of my full-length traditional YouTube videos, one of my YouTube shorts, or prior live streams, right? So stay positive, and as Queen Mother Uniquely Mom always says, don't let anyone rob you of your joy. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again, Syria, for being here. Have a great day, guys. Glad you enjoyed Syria. Have a great night, guys. Or morning or afternoon, whenever you're watching.